Well, hello, it's Karen McDermott Rolfe with Creative Life Scrapbooking, and I'm here today to give you a quick demonstration of the new Owl Punch by Creative Memories. Before we take a look at the punch, let me give you a peek at the layout that I shared today with Creative Life Scrapbooking on our Facebook page. As you can see, I used the Owl Punch extensively. It's super cute and it was really fun to make. So you can get a better look at this layout if you go to Creative Life Scrapbooking on Facebook. If you love the layout and would love to have a PDF printable instructional handout for this layout, please go to our website at creativelifescrapbooking.com. That's creativelifescrapbooking.com. So let's take a look at the punch now. As you can see, all of the pieces, all of the parts of the owl are contained in the one punch. And I am just using scraps of cardstock for my owl. But you can imagine how he's going to look if you make him with designer paper or some tonal paper that has a little bit of pattern and a little bit of texture. How cute is he going to look? And think of all the different ways that, that you can change him up and make a different type of owl for your different layouts. So today we're going to just make this basic little owl here, and I'm going to use the beige cardstock for the base of the owl. So I do not need the eyeballs or the wings out of the beige. So I'm just going to place my scrap of paper here in the punch. When I hold the punch upside down like this, I can see exactly where it's going to punch. That way I'm not going to have a bunch of leftover debris or pieces in different colors that I don't want. For the eyeball, there's two circles there. Let me punch the larger one out of the white cardstock. And then the smaller little circle is going to be out of hot fudge. I think I'll do the wings out of hot fudge also. So again, I'm just positioning it here as I do not need the owl body out of the hot fudge. And that's just kind of conserving my paper, eliminating debris and pieces that I don't need. And I'm going to use the tangerine cardstock for the beak, which is just a tiny little piece there. And also I think I'm going to make some feet for my owl. So I'm just going to punch a partial owl body here that has the bottom portion that contains the feet. Okay. So let's take a look here what we have. As you can see, by doing it this way, I end up with not very much debris. So I like that a lot. And I'm just going to pick out the parts that I'm going to use now. And then I'm going to throw away the rest, which again is not very much, is there? And now I'm going to use one of our tools that I don't use so much anymore. This is our Precision Point glue pen. And I used to use the glue pen all the time when I had intricate pieces such as border maker borders, that punched really intricately, or maybe some small pieces like this. I was using the Precision Point glue pen. But a few years ago, we got the repositional tape runner, and I switched over to that repositional tape, probably as many of you did also, and I've been using that pretty much almost exclusively. But that works wonderful for all of those intricate borders that we're layering. So I kind of haven't used the glue pen too often, but the glue pen is going to be much easier to use for the owl than the repositional tape, okay? So let's just start layering our pieces. And by just putting a little dot, I'm just lightly squeezing the glue pen. I don't want a big glob. I wanted precision, so it's going to just kind of be a gentle squeeze of the bulb to get it started, and then kind of tapping it, rubbing it around. I don't need a whole lot of the glue. We don't want to saturate it, and we don't want the glue to spill out of the sides. So now I'm going to just tap it, and look at how it lifted that tiny piece up for me. That made it really easy for me to grab. And I'm going to place that right there in the center of the white. And I'm going to do that with the second brown piece. Whoops. I'm going to wipe off that glue off my mat there before it dries. And then I'm going to adhere the eyes to the owl body. So I'm just going to put two little dots there about where the eyes would be. Now you can make different expressions with your owls depending on the different way that you place your eyeballs. And I did that with this layout of mine. So you can make the eyeballs kind of cross-eyed, looking down. You could have him looking up. You can have him looking to one side or the other side. So you can see again of how you can get a different looking owl just by doing different things with the eyeballs. So I'm going to make this guy look sideways. And now I'm going to just place a little dot here on the beak, lifted it up. I'm going to place that beak right in between the eyes. Just kind of scooch him over so he's right in between the eyes. Had a little bit of the glue adhesive kind of came out there, so I'm just kind of tapping it. It'll dry fairly clear for you. If it leaves a big mark, you could use a little gummy eraser and try to lightly erase where some of that glue might have dried and left a mark. And now the feet. You see, I did not do any feet on my sample here, but for this one I think I am. And I'm just going to take my microtip scissors and I'm just going to kind of round it again to make it look like feathers here at the bottom. And I've cut off those feet off of the beige body. And now I'm going to put some glue here on this apricot piece that has the, or apricot, I should say, tangerine. This is very similar to an old apricot color that Creative Memories used to have. But this is our new tangerine cardstock. And I'm going to just place it there, and you can see, whoops, I need to cover that up. There we go. Now I've got the little feet in that orange color also, the orange tangerine color. And then the wings. Again, by the placement of the wings, you could do different things with your owls. You can have your wings going out like he's kind of in flight. You can have them going down. You can maybe have them going over to one side like he's doing different things. So again, to give your owl different looks. What I did on my layout was I used foam squares to adhere the wings. It just gave the owls a little bit of dimension, a little bit of added interest. And the small foam squares fit perfectly on the wing pieces there. Whoops, I see that this wing piece is not really a full wing. I must have got a little cropped. Let me punch another one. There we go, this one looks better. Let me see if I can get that foam square off to just reuse them. I can. Whoops. Now we have to pay attention to what direction the wing is going, don't we? We want that the wing to go the other way. So I just flipped him to the back side. So if you're using designer or patterned paper here to punch the wings, you'll need to keep that in mind when you're punching. You'll need to punch one wing with your paper right side up, and then flip your paper over to the back side to punch the second wing, and that will give you the two different directions that you're going to need for your wing by turning your designer paper upside down. But look at how cute it is with the foam squares, if you can see there, with how the wings there are coming off. So it's a super cute punch. We're going to see this used many different ways. We're already seeing some cute ideas with this, with our Craftoberfest layouts. And I just think it's a year-round punch that we're going to have a lot of fun with. All right, everybody. Thanks for visiting with me today.